Alright, so again, the paper that you are keeping is the top one with the writing on it. You are going to need some scissors to cut this out. Do not get rid of this paper though, because like I said, you might wanna keep the graph for something that we might do later, so don't throw that away just yet. What you're doing though is you're cutting out this rectangle up here and the coordinate grid down here. Once you're done with that, put your scissors down or let somebody else borrow a pair if they need a pair. Bless you. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Thank you.
Yep. Alright then, so once you have this cut out, you are just going to put a little bit of glue. Did you guys find glue by the, in your bin? No, there's no glue in the bin? Did you look in the bin? You're gonna put just a little bit of glue across the top of this, so that when you glue it down, you're going to be able to fold these up. Once you have it glued down, you can go ahead and then cut to the dotted line. Did you guys find glue? No? Elizabeth, if you want to grab some, there's the bed over there. And then you're doing the same thing with the coordinate plane piece, so you're gonna glue it down, and then you'll be able to fold it up. Okay, after that, you're officially done with the scissors, you won't need them anymore. going to go ahead and get started. So when I'm writing with a black pen, you're writing with your pencil. If I'm writing with a color, then you can use a color, alright? Alright, so the x-axis, what do we know about the x-axis? What's some information that we know about the x-axis? Marian?
It goes left or right.
Okay, so goes left or right. Okay, what else do we know about the x-axis? Yes, ma'am. Always comes first. Okay, and then what do we know about all the numbers to the right of 0? What do we know about all the numbers to the right of 0? Abby?
They're positive.
So all numbers to the right are positive. And then obviously all numbers to the left are what? Negative. Okay? Alright, so let's look at the y-axis. What do we know about that? What do we know about the y-axis? Goes up and down, because not everybody knows what the word vertical means. Alright, what else do we know? Callie? Always second. Alright, what do we know about the numbers? What do we know about the numbers? Isabella? So all numbers, you said up? And then, so if all the numbers up are positive, what do we know about all the what? Okay. All numbers down are negative. Alright, give me a thumbs up when you have this information down. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that one down. What do we know about the origin? What do we know about the origin? Got it? Yes. So it is the starting point. This is where you start no matter what with every point that you plot. So it's the starting point. You should not be cutting anymore, son. That should already be glued in. Stop cutting, glue it in. You're way behind. So it's a starting point. What else do we know about the origin? Callie? Okay. Alright, so all the numbers to the right or above, let me make sure that looks like a corner, or above are positive, so then what do we know about all the numbers that are opposite of that? Ben?
All numbers to the left
Left
or negative.
or
Down.
below? Okay, so all numbers to left board below are going to be negative. And then, what do we know about the ordered pair or the, like, what do we know about each one of these?
First one is X. And
Okay. So first number is X, second number is Y. Okay, those are very important things to know. All right, what else do we know? These are just random numbers that we just, like, we just have two numbers together? Like, what does the X and the Y end up doing for us? What do we do with it? Andrew?
shows you what a plot numbers.
Shows you what?
Where a plot numbers.
Yes. So essentially, it's the location of your point. Okay? All right, thumbs up when you have all of this copied down. All right, if you have all of this copied down, go ahead and flip your coordinates down and take your colors and identify what each point, what color is gonna go with that coordinate. And then, by the time you're done with that, we're not putting them on the grid yet, you're just putting like, so you know, hey, the first one's gonna be blue, the second one's gonna be orange. But we're not plotting them yet. Alright, so let's go down and talk about the coordinate plane for a second. So this upper right corner area, what do we call that? What do we call that, Alex?
Quadrant.
Alright, so this is quadrant 1. Alright, then what do we call The one to the left of it.
Quadrant 2.
Quadrant 2. I can't even spell today, y'all. It's ridiculous. Quadrant. Okay. What do we call the one below quadrant 2? Ariana?
Quadrant 3.
And then the only one that is left, the bottom right, is quadrant 4. Okay. What do you notice about the X and the Y that go with quadrant 1? So what do we notice about our X and our Y numbers? So looking at all my X numbers and all my Y numbers, what do I notice about both of them? Indira?
They're all positive.
Okay, so the X and Y are both positive. What do we notice about quadrant 2 numbers? So looking at our X and then looking at our Y, what do we know about our X and Y here? Abby?
The X is negative and the Y is positive.
Alright, so we have a negative X but a positive Y. Alright, what do you notice about quadrant 3, X and Y's? Here?
Both numbers are negative.
So both of these are a negative. And then the last quadrant, what do we know about our X and our Y's? Elizabeth?
X is positive and Y is negative.
So X is positive, but our Y's are negative. Alright? Alright, so let's go ahead, the points that we put up, or that we colored, coded, whatever you want to call it, on the last flat. So the first one is 2, 3. So someone tell me how I'm going to plot this point. So 2, 3. Alex?
Since both of them are positive, we would go to the first quadrant.
Right. Keep going.
Then we would go to 2 on the X axis. Then we would go up 3 on the Y axis.
Okay, so Alex said I'm gonna go 1, 2 on the x-axis, and I'm going to go up 3, so 1, 2, 3. And this is my 2, 3. Okay, what do we know about that second one, the negative 4, 3? What do we know about that one? Negative 4, 3. Andrew? Okay, why did you tell me that I'm gonna go left 4 times and not negative 4 times?
Because negative 4 times would make sense, and
Okay. Alright, so we have negative 4, 3. And the reason I'm doing the hops is just so you see, and you can even put on here first, second, if you need to, first, second. That way you're seeing that you're always going right or left first, and then you're going up or down second. Alright, so the third one is negative 1, negative 2. So someone tell me where that's going to be and how to get there.
You go from quadrant 3, you go to the left 1, and then you go down 2.
And go down 2. Okay, so 1, 2. And again, Abby, I'm going to ask, why are you not saying left negative 1, down negative 2?
Because if you was the negative 1, it wouldn't make sense.
Okay? And remember, guys, points are essentially the absolute value or the distance from 0 that they are. Okay? So, again, that's a reason why we're not necessarily saying negative 4, negative 2, that kind of thing. And then the last one is 4, negative 5. Who would like to tell me where that is and how to get there? All right, Bryson.
So you go from the x-axis
To the right or left? okay?
And do a little bit down five.
Alright, everybody have the top? Go ahead and flip open or flip up your coordinate plane. Alright, so the first thing that we are going to, kind of define is the coordinate plane itself. And the coordinate plane is a plane divided into a grid by two number lines. What are the two number lines that divide? What do we call those? Just to refresh our memories. Ariana?
Or X and Y axis.
Yep. Alright, and then we're gonna talk about quadrants a little bit. Alright, so there are the four sections of the coordinate plane. They are numbered one, two, three, and 4, using those Roman numerals. They start in the upper right corner. And go counter clockwise. What does that mean? What does counterclockwise mean? Soraya.
Which means this is going from right all the way down to the left.
Right, so it starts here, it goes left instead of starting there and going right. Okay, give me a thumbs up, bless you. Bless you, when you have this information written down. While you're waiting, if you finish, you can go ahead and trim off the one set of notes, not the practice problems, I'll show you in a second. You can go ahead and trim this down. So like cut off the name and everything that's on the top of it. You just need to know words you should know and then the bottom part. And then you can go ahead and glue that in on the next page. At the top underneath the title. Is there anybody who still needs this part? Alright, stand up when you are done trimming this and getting it glued into your notebook, please. Okay, so for this next part over here, we're gonna do this part together. You guys are gonna help a little bit more, using these, vocabulary words. And then you're also gonna help me with just the 4 fill in the blank questions. Some of this is a review, some of this might be something that you just learned in the last day or two. Alright, so let's start with the x-axis. Where is that located? Like what level is that gonna be in? Abby? So here, here, or here? This one? The middle? Okay. Alright, so the x-axis goes here. Alright, the next one we're going to be labeling is the y-axis. Where does that go? Rhea?
On the top.
Very top, so y-axis. Okay. Alright, now where is quadrant 1? Kira?
In the top right-hand corner between x-axis and y-axis.
Where is quadrant 2? Callie? Top left. Where is quadrant 3? Gavin?
Underneath quadrant 2.
And where is obviously quadrant 4? Ben?
Under quadrant 1.
No.
Under quadrant 1.
The what?
Under quadrant 1.
Alright. Now, these 4 fill in the blank, the 4 fill in the blank questions are coming from the words up here. Alright, so another word that means 90 degrees. So looking at your words, which one of those means 90 degrees? Ben?
Horizontal.
Kira?
Perpendicular.
Yes. Remember this way long time ago, back in the day, like 14,000 years ago? I mean, it feels like it's been that long since we talked about the word perpendicular. Alright, a flat surface that goes forever in all directions. Alright, we use perpendicular, so we can cross that off. Alright, I'll read it again. A flat surface that goes forever in all directions. Andrew? Yes. Alright, the x and y axes intersect at this point 0, 0. What's an axis? Addie? Yes. That just sounds weird, doesn't it? Or is it just me?
It's spelled different.
It felt different?
No, it's spelled different from how we spell it.
Well, I mean, it's spelled as a plural, because axis is just one, but like that's axes, I don't know. Okay, and then the last one. The numbers that locate a point or coordinate. The numbers that locate a point or coordinate. I need some new hands today. New hands. All right, Isabella. Yes, ma'am. Okay, so again, just kind of some notes to have to refer back to. We think the more notes in your notebook, the better you're gonna be. Now, these are practice problems, and you'll notice that looking at these little baby practice problems, they're all located in the quadrant 1, which is okay. But we're gonna do these together as well, so you can trim this down. Do not trim off the bottom 2 grids. Hopefully we can do that on Monday to start, but you can trim off everything else that's on the outside except for obviously the questions. Okay, so you'll notice I trimmed off again like the name and stuff and then just the extra white at the bottom. All right, so it says, what are the coordinates of the bank? So essentially, this line going here is also known as what to us? The line going across the bottom is known as what to us? Yes, so this is going to be your X, even though it's letters. I don't want you to get confused. Like, yes, it's letters, but it's still your X-axis, right? So then the numbers going up, what is that? Alex?
This would be your y-axis.
This is our Y-axis. So everything else still applies of what we just talked about. X comes first, then the Y. So it says, what is the coordinates of the bank? So locate the bank and then stand up when you have it. All right, Ariana, what were your coordinates for the bank? So you go over to C and up to, yes. All right, so C4 are your coordinates. All right, what is located at A2? What is located at A2? Riel? All right, house number 16 is located at what coordinates? House number 16 is located at what coordinates? Elizabeth?
There's 2 house 16s.
Okay,
There
so
are.
just pick one. It's a mistake, y'all, calm down. Like it happens all the time.
1E or E1.
It's not or, which one is it? E1. Okay? What is located at D2? What is located at D2? Soraya? All right, where does the Shoe Street intersect Bear Street? So where does it intersect? And I'm sorry, I should be modeling better. We should have parentheses around those. Where does Shoe Street and Bear Street intersect? Lily? Huh?
E3.
B3?
Yes.
Okay. All right, and then we're going to be using the map down here now. All right, same things apply. The A, B, C, D is your X, and the 1, 2, 3 is your Y. All right, so what are the coordinates of the bike shop? Ben?
E1.
what is it?
A1.
A1, yes. Okay, what is located at C2? What is located at C2? Ryan,
Boat shop.
the boat shop. And then this one is a little bit hard, because there's no technically like street names, so I just use the one above, to kinda do this one. It says, what two streets intersect, by the parking lot? And the two streets are Doctor Street and Parrot Avenue. Okay, Monday. Hopefully to start class, we're actually going to be playing the game that's at the bottom of this little thing. How many of you guys have ever played Battleship before? Okay, so essentially, like I said, I want to start Monday with playing this. That's why we didn't cut that off. We just don't have the time today to do it. Okay? So please make sure you glue this into your notebook for me, right underneath your notes. And you can just fold it up. Bless you. Alright, and then, you can go ahead. You don't need to, close your notebook, because you're probably going to want to have your notes available to you. Alright, so take a minute and throw your trash away. If you have any trash, kind of get your table a little bit organized. You can put your colors away. Yes. Alright, so you are going to be working with a partner for the rest of class. Whatever you did not finish today will become homework for this weekend. I know it's unheard of to have homework on the weekend, but you will have it if you do not get this stuff done. You have 10 problems that you are going to be working with your partners on. You can do all of your work here. You don't need to have it on a separate sheet of paper or anything. What do you notice about all of your questions? Ramon?
Yeah, the cornet one.
Yes, but what do we notice about all the questions?
Is there multiple choice answers?
No. What do we notice about all the questions? Ariana? They're all word problems, so therefore, if they are a word problem, what do you have to do? Isabella? Annotate. If you do not annotate, I don't care if you do an amazing job, you will get a 0. Y'all have got to really start annotating your questions. Again, you are working with a partner. When you are finished, you are turning this into the bin. Okay, this is classwork for today. If you do not get it done today, before the end of class, then it is homework, and I hate to do that to you guys. Hopefully you get it done, hopefully you use your time wisely, but if you do not, you do have homework this weekend. Okay? Are there any questions with what you're doing? Alright, please use the notes that we put into the notebook, use the information from yesterday if you need to. Find a place around the room if you want, or if you just wanna work at your table, that's fine. But get started, make sure you put your name on this, please.